Cześć, to ja, Rogu. Dzisiaj odcinek numer 2 z gry Vampyr. Zapraszam. Okej, rozwinęliśmy sobie, podnieśliśmy sobie stan zdrowia. No i zatwierdzamy nasz wybór. Dobra. Jakaś wyrwana kartka. Nienawidzę się, kiedy kpią z koloru mojej skóry, a ja odwracam wzrok. Nienawidzę się, kiedy obrażają mnie, a ja płaczę jak baba. Nienawidzę się, kiedy odchodzą, a ja przeklinam jak facet. Nienawidzę się, kiedy klienci nazywają mnie słabriną, a ja zbywam ich uśmiechem. Nienawidzę się za to, że nie mam odwagi wyznać Tomowi, co do niego czuję. No dobra. I tutaj sobie będziemy wchodzić teraz do pomieszczenia. Za momencik. I będziemy pewnie tutaj rozmawiać z ludźmi. Czy tutaj można to przeczytać? Nie. Dobra. To schodzimy sobie tutaj. I tutaj z gościem będziemy sobie gadać.
Hello, sir. May I disturb you again?
And you're still ugly as sin.
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
This is important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
Who is this sewer dog?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every crime that happened for decades. You murdered someone, blame the sewer dog, eh?
You make it sound like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness. We can all be monsters.
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
Dobra, z gościem porozmawialiśmy sobie tutaj i teraz jeszcze jestem tutaj barmanem.
You again. What can I do for you?
Why is it going to be a long night?
You must be new around here. Don't you know about the murders?
Tell me more about these murders.
Every morning for the last few weeks, bodies have been found. And those poor sods didn't die of flu.
Do the police have any leads on a suspect?
Even before the outbreak, coppers never came round here. We're on our own. People die in these parts all the time, and no one cares.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
How long has he been here?
He rented the room a few days ago and didn't say when he'd leave.
Who is this man? What does he look like?
Well, Like a gentleman, I guess. Well dressed, quite polite. A professor or something fancy like that. Always writing, reading notes.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And,
Yes?
no funny business, you hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
Dobra, no i teraz pójdziemy sobie na górę. Tutaj pewnie będzie już jakiś trop.
This is no place for you.
Tak myślałem.
Anyone has several patrols roaming the area.
They do not pursue me.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire! Who are you?
I mean you no harm.
Saith the vampire. Present yourself!
I need a word. With anyone.
Well, that's something I can do for you. And who might you be?
Tell me, who are you?
First, tell me what you want. Then I may tell you.
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
You seem the expert. How would that be?
I have my secrets, as you have yours.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I am performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
I heard another voice, that of a woman. Who were you talking to?
Ridiculous. I've no idea what you're talking about.
Something tells me not to trust you.
Then the feeling is mutual.
What have you uncovered concerning the murders?
It started a few nights ago. Rumors of violent murders. The docs have always been, shall we say, somewhat unsavory. But this is different.
How different?
A vampire is at work here. Famished. Reckless. It must be brought to ground, and quickly.
And what exactly is this brotherhood?
Sir, if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We are both chasing the same shadow.
A shadow, indeed. Yet I heard his voice in my head. There was a moment I believed I was mad.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
I'll end him.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
No dobrze, to teraz nie pozostaje nim nic innego jak go wytropić. Tego wampira. Tego stwora. Czy tutaj coś możemy uzyskać? Chyba nie, więc schodzimy na dół.
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must know something.
Dobra, no i wychodzimy sobie. Pewnie tutaj gdzieś trzeba będzie iść.
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me, to this city.
Mamy jakąś łódź. Też mam jakieś łodzie. O, widzicie? Tutaj mam ofiarę. Krew. Na pewno będzie można tutaj to
The body is still
zbadać.
warm. This man has just been drained of blood. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself. What's this? Some sort of note. This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. Blood and empty gin bottles. This bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker. There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
Dobra, jesteśmy już po drugiej stronie. Czy tutaj coś do zdobycia? Nie, więc idziemy dalej. O, świetnie, szylingi i pył glinowy.
It's locked, all right.
Nie da się. No to idziemy tutaj.
Ammunition crate. Good. I may need a lot of bullets. I feel like I'm back on the front line again.
Let's head back to a warm fire. Shut that foolish mouth.
The lively! It's on to us! Mind his teeth! Kill the vermin! You bloody leeches need killing! There's this thing now.
Dobra. Udało się załatwić tych gości. Teraz gdzie iść dalej?
That's this nest of them cleaned out.
Chyba tutaj.
No. I had a drink outside tonight.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
Okej. Udało się.
William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must
O
return
nie.
to my flock. They'll stray
Sean.
without me.
O! Uratował nas ktoś.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by skull?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
Dobra. Ważne, że pomogliśmy.
By George and the Saints, you've solved
Ale
the
trudna
mystery
była
of
walka
these
z tym
terrible murders.
wampirem.
Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
No to
William
nasz
was not the evil man they
nasz
claimed. He was just
sprzymierzeniec.
taken by the thirst. He needed this drink.
This man
Przed
requires
chwilą.
medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
Dobra, tutaj się jeszcze pewnie teraz rozglądniemy. Zobaczymy.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Tutaj co mamy? Okej. Odłamek stopu aluminium oraz ułowiony pręt. Porozglądajmy się jeszcze tutaj. Czy może jeszcze poeksplorować jakoś to miejsce tutaj? O! Szylingi, dobra. Ciekawe mnie tylko kiedy będziemy mogli wykorzystać już te szylingi, żeby coś kupić sobie. Tutaj wszystko pozamykane.
I cannot enter.
Chyba trzeba wrócić tędy. Albo... Więc to już chyba nie da się nic zrobić. Więc wsiadamy i płyniemy.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it! I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again. From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed, and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
No super. Takie rzeczy to ja lubię. Że się ze sobą zaprzyjaźnili. W razie wam powiem, że ta gra naprawdę bardzo mi się podoba. Nie jest to coś, co wiecie. Jest takie wow, no ale przyjemnie się gra.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scout said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Dobra.
Come on, you bastard! You can do better than that! Nah! It's my turn!
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the science of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite!
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
Alright, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
Didn't have the guts to fuck me. Fuck you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
To embrace its most intimate secrets. Such a burden, such a divine sin.
Poeksplorujemy. Spróbujemy coś znaleźć. Ale chyba nic tutaj nie ma. W skrzynkach tutaj coś jest? Chyba nie. Ten tekst da się przeczytać? Da się. Pozostańcie w domach. Grypa często występuje z zapaleniem płuca. By uniknąć hiszpanki, pozostańcie w domach. Okej. Szklana fiolka zdobyta. Tutaj jeszcze zerkniemy na to.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I apologize, nurse. I needed some time to myself. This has been the longest and strangest night of my life.
You delivered poor Mr. Hampton from a terrible fate. The means to that end should be of little concern, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
I would like to ask a few questions first. And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Okej, pogadaliśmy sobie z siostrą Crane. W porządku. Teraz tu mam jakiegoś kolejnego gościa. Policjanta jakiegoś.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
Kierowca.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's getting worse every day.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I'll bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
Powiem, że długa ta pogadanka z tym
It's even getting dangerous to
kierowcą
enter some streets
ambulansu.
or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
Ale ja lubię jako gracz takie rozmowy.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Dużo wnoszą też do
Yesterday
gry.
I got attacked by the patient I was bringing in. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital. That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
Dobra, no i tyle. Jeszcze dobijmy targu.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable
Pewnie
gun
teraz
for
na siebie
everybody
przydadzą
needs.
właśnie te szylingi. Dobra, chyba kupuję sobie po prostu naboje. Jeszcze może ten smart. Dobra, tyle. No i chyba tyle, jeśli chodzi o tego kierowcę ambulansu. Zorientujmy się jeszcze, co tutaj jest. Moi drodzy widzowie. Czy można tutaj coś uzyskać? Chyba nie. Trzeba chyba tam wejść do środka już tego szpitala. No i się zorientować jeszcze bardziej, o co w tym wszystkim tutaj chodzi. Ale graficznie, rozwój postaci i tak dalej, naprawdę na razie gra trzyma wysoki poziom. Mam nadzieję, że do samego końca. Buteleczka zdobyta, tutaj jakiś tekstik. Miasto Cię potrzebuje. Życie, które uda się uratować dzięki skutecznej pomocy medycznej, to epidemii hiszpanki. Wolontariusze mogą wiele. No dobra, to wchodzimy. Tutaj
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
Okej, zrobimy sobie słowo z jednym z lekarzy.
I believe we're going to be working together. Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed.
Ten nasz wampir to zawsze taki ciekawski, nie? Ale może to i dobrze. A chłopak chce się poorientować, o co chodzi.
I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
I'll give you some advice, but understand that nothing beats practical experience, which can be exhausting and solitary work.
Of course, sir. And don't worry, I will never allow myself to be a burden, neither to you nor this hospital.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
Raz jeszcze w szpitalu.
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea, but with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time. You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Jeszcze może osobiste pytania.
Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him, or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
Tell me Mr. Fiddick's story.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father, ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
This personal involvement could also appear to be a lack of impartiality. You must know that a good surgeon must remain neutral.
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Ackroyd's behavior, a man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings with desires, hopes, and fears. Not some biological machine comprised of blood, bones, and flesh.
Dobra, tyle.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Ciekawy ten Dr. Strickland. No dobrze, drodzy widzowie, z wami był Rogu, a jeśli chodzi o odcinek numer 2, no to tyle i widzimy się w odcinku numer 3 z gry Vampyr. Do zobaczenia.